Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Pigeon for the studio. हेर्नुहुने सुन्नुहुने सम्पूर्णलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद. हेर्दै गर्नु होला, सुन्दै गर्नु होला र हाम्रो कार्यक्रम कस्तो लाग्छ भन्नु पनि होला र पिजन फेदर स्टुडियोलाई लाइक, शेयर, सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरिदिनु होला. है त. यदि तपाईलाई हाम्रो कार्यक्रम राम्रो लाग्छ भन्ने चाहिँ अहिलेसम्म सुनिरहनु हुने तपाईँ सम्पूर्णलाई पिजन फेदर स्टुडियोको तर्फबाट विशेष धन्यवाद दिन पनि चाहन्छौँ. र आज हामी गफ गर्दै छौँ एउटा बुकको बारेमा, हैन? बुक चेजिङ एन अननोन डेस्टिनी. यो बुक लेख्नु भएको छ सोम भण्डारी सरले. यो बुकमा आज के छन्, यो बुक किन लेखियो, यो बुक लेख्नु पछाडिको कहानी के हो, आज हामी स्वयं सोम भण्डारी सरबाटै जान्नेछौँ. हामीलाई सुनिदिनु होला र कस्तो लाग्छ भनिदिनु पनि होला, है त. र आज हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ सोम भण्डारी. थ्याङ्क यू सो मच सोम सर.
थ्याङ्क यू एन्ड आई एप्रिसिएट.
थ्याङ्क यू सो मच फर योर टाइम. खुसी लाग्यो आज तपाईँसँग यसरी लामो समय पछाडि गफ गर्न म पाएकोमा.
थ्याङ्क यू एन्ड आई फिल भ्यालुड द्याट आई एम इन्भाइटेड हियर.
हाम्रो टिमले तपाईँसँग पहिलेदेखि नै गफ गर्ने सोच राखेको थियो, के गफ गरौँ भन्ने पनि हाम्रो प्लान थियो. र के भयो भने तपाईँसँग जब मैले गफ गरेँ, मैले अलिक अगाडि गफ गर्दाखेरि तपाईँसँग हेजिटेसन थियो, अलिकति धेरै सोमा आउनको लागि हेजिटेट मानिरहनु भएको थियो. किन, के कारणले तपाईँलाई हेजिटेट मान्नु पर्यो?
Let me answer the question in English.
Please, you can speak in English. Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that question. Yes, a lot of time I always try to put myself in a low profile. I know that some people come into media for popularity. And I know that I'm not one of them. I have always been trying to put my profile low. And I thought I was not ready to come to media because I did not speak in public a lot of time. I was somewhat shy to appear in big public. So that's one of the reasons. And the other reason was that I feel I was not ready to come to any kind of interviews or any podcast like this. So those were the two main reasons. The other thing was that sometimes I feel like it may be hard to find a platform. So today I found a platform and I'm here today. So that's the main reason that I was feeling hesitation for so long time.
Thank you so much for trusting us. हामी गफ गर्ने कुरामा यही आज तपाईकै बुकको बारेमा गफ गर्ने हो, हैन? यही हो त मेन रिजन चाहिँ तपाईँ नआउनुको.
Yeah, that's much more of the problem. Yes, preferably, yeah. Because also, I can add something more.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, because we come from a country with a small diversity compared to the United States. Yes, we obviously have a small diversity. That means a lot of people don't come for big ideas. There's no idea competition. Over here, we know that we have competition over intellectual maturity, intellectual discourse. People come with big ideas, discoveries. And we didn't have to worry about those kind of ideas because we live a very simple life. And people were fine with their own way of life back there. That was my cultural impact. And so there was no need for me to push myself forward. There's no need to worry about capitalizing on my skill. So part of the reason is that I was impacted by cultural attitudes, and that's also other reason.
Yeah. What are the other reasons?
Like I mentioned, one is that we don't have that cultural attitude or cultural habit to compete or to come forward. We don't have the need for capitalizing on any skill. So we were fine with being laid back. So that's also the part of the reason in addition to what I mentioned.
Nice. Okay, now we're going to talk about your book.
Here.
Okay. हामीले सोशल मिडिया हेर्दै गर्दा तपाईँ को सोसल मिडिया मार्फत हामीले के थाहा पायौँ भने तपाईँले पनि एउटा बुक लेख्नु भएको छ, चेजिङ एन अननोन डेस्टिनी, होइन? अनि अब चेजिङ एन अननोन डेस्टिनी, यसको नाम किन राख्नुभयो चेजिङ एन अननोन डेस्टिनी? यो किताबमा के छ? हाम्रो रिडर्सहरूलाई के सुझाव दिन चाहनुहुन्छ र हाम्रो रिडर्सहरूले यो बुक किन पढ्ने?
Thank you. That's also a very interesting question. The reason I choose the book title, Chasing an Unknown Destiny, is that I had thought a long time what title to give, what to write about, what to cover. So I had a lot of challenges to find out the good title that can attract the people's attention. So I had many different titles at one time. I picked one title, changed it. I showed my initial draft to someone. Nobody said no. Nobody said which title is good or which is bad. Nobody said no. But I had to be careful about one thing. The title I'm going to choose has to be something that nobody had ever used before in their book.
Okay.
So it has to be a very unique title. I know that the title could be To an Unknown Destiny.
That could be a little shorter than
that
this.
That would be easier title. But I also thought that Chasing an Unknown Destiny was also not bad. Moreover, it was my beginning brainstorming of ideas. So
there is nothing wrong with the name. It will be a little shorter than this.
Yeah, down the road, I may talk with the literary agent or publisher or editor. They might suggest me if I can still change the title. If not, I'll keep it. Yeah, and so the book covers mostly about our history. When I had to write my story, it had to be connected to our history.
Our means Bhutanese history.
Our history means collective history of the Bhutanese. Because as I wrote my story, it has to talk about the past. The past led to some event in the Bhutanese kingdom. So there are lots of policies, lots of government doctrines, and that impacted many Bhutanese, tens of thousands of Bhutanese. So that's why, even though I started with my story, it also connected to a collective Bhutanese who were displaced from the kingdom. So now the book is not just my story, it's a collective story of the Bhutanese from the moment that I can recall until the first 5 years of the resettlement in the United States. So,
Okay, what makes you? तपाईँलाई के कुराले चाहिँ यो बुक लेख्नुपर्छ भन्ने प्रेरित गर्यो?
Thank you. That's also an interesting question. This is something not only the audience, but everybody has to pay attention. Because a lot of time in many countries, a lot of people who have migrated, who have been displaced, who have been evicted for any reason, they try to fight for their identity. They try to preserve their culture. And sometimes we talk about getting acculturated. And as we have to go through acculturation process, sometimes we worry about our language being lost, cultural identity being vanquished. So a lot of people talk about that. Let's talk about the Holocaust in Nazi Germany. People still talk about Nazi Germany. Our history is not very old, it's very recent. So we have not documented history a lot. We don't have much to show the world what we have. Yes, we talk a lot, but that's something people may not believe sometimes. But it is written, yes. They may fact check, they may believe it, and they may not believe one side on the party. Like we are the victim, the other party is an oppressor. So the people may not likely believe in the words of the oppressor. they might blame the victim if we have something documented. This book is one of the way to document our history. So as I talked in the beginning, the victims of Nazi Germany, they still talk about Holocaust. That has been about 80 years or so.
Exactly.
Ours is like 30 years. That's too young. So now, even now, we see our parents getting older. Many are not alive anymore. So when we have a Bhutanese population very divided, busy, in their own profession, we don't see that much of unity. We feel lost. We feel isolated. We feel overlooked. And sometimes it will be very agonizing to see that our parents getting older and not able to live or not being alive. We may feel further isolated. The interaction we have may be less down the road with our business. Now, that may be the time and moment people don't find someone to listen to. So this book might become one of the ways to bring people together. It might reinforce other younger people or older people to write a better book, maybe more powerful book. So I think that is one of the motivation I find in writing this book.
So you wrote this book, like, how long did it take to finish this book?
I started writing this book in 2012.
2012
Yeah, and I released this book officially. I released this book in about September of last year, 2024. So that means it's about 12 years of constant work on this book to bring this in this current form. Yeah, it's about 12 years.
Did you get any response from the reader?
I am getting mixed response. Some in written form, some in social media, some in person. Yes.
So how was it?
Yeah, it's very encouraging. But I know that many people have not seen the book yet. So it might reach out to more readers down the road, not just the Bhutanese, or Nepalese or Indian, but it might reach to the outside world, like international community, which speak English. So I think people might keep encouraging me down the road more and more.
More and more. Yeah, that sounds really interesting and good. When I was talking to my friend, he suggested me to read this book. And what he told me, हामीले यो बुक के गर्नुस्, यस यो बुक सबै नभनु, यो बुकको 2-3 वटा च्याप्टर चाहिँ कुनै पनि अब यहाँको स्कुलहरुको सिलेबसमा हिस्ट्री क्लासहरुमा सिलेबसहरुमा एउटा दुईटा च्याप्टर चाहिँ हामीले युज गर्न सक्छौं, धेरै रिसर्च बेस्ड छ यो बुक भनेर मलाई सजेस्ट गर्नु भएको छ, जसले पढिसक्नु भएको छ उहाँले चाहिँ हैन त्यसो भन्नु भएको छ। भनेपछि यो बुक लेख्नको लागि त रिसर्चहरु पनि धेरै गर्नु पर्यो होला, धेरै मान्छेसँग बोल्नु पर्यो होला। रिसर्च चाहिँ कसरी गर्नुभयो त? तपाईले भन्न मन लागेको कुरा, खोज्न मन लागेको कुरा चाहिँ कसरी खोज्नु भयो?
I was led to do some research because when I talk about my history, it had to connect to something that has to be fact. But a lot of my understanding, a lot of my knowledge came from overhearing conversation from senior people, reading articles, newspapers, and even reading our history book back in Nepal. As you know that we had to read civil study course. So all of those were giving me some ideas, and my recollection, my experience also added something to that. So when I talk about those events, people often ask me, is that true? Didn't it happen? When did that happen? How can you justify? So I had been asked so many questions like that. Yes, that forced me to do further research. My research may not be of scale, but it's good enough to preserve our basic knowledge. Yes. So obviously, most of the educational institution, maybe campus or college, they might benefit, and they can further cross-check and find out mistake or find out false information, and they can correct. But it may not be very much for them to do that.
तपाईले आफै लेखिदिनु भएको रहेछ नि त रिसर्च कहाँबाट गर्नुभयो भनेर मैले किताब हेर्दै थिएँ रिसर्च सोर्सेस एन्ड रेफरेन्सहरू धेरैवटा छन् धेरै सोर्सेसहरू तपाईले यहाँनेरि राखिदिनु भएको छ तपाईले जहाँबाट लिनुभयो त्यहाँबाट लिनुभएको यो सबै तपाईले जहाँबाट इन्फर्मेसन लिनुभयो त्यसको रिसोर्सेसहरू हो यो चाहिँ
pretty much because some of the things that I mentioned feel like people may ask, you are too young when you leave the country. How did you get to know all this? Those questions are likely to come up. So obviously, I had to do some research, and yes, I started those sources. And that way, people who are fact-checking me in internet, they may want to ask me, how can I say this? Or is it true? So that resource can help answer their question, and it can provide further credibility. Yes.
हामीले यो सोर्सेसहरू रेफरेन्सहरू चाहिँ हामीले इन्टरनेटमा खोजेर भेट्न पाइन्छ सकिन्छ
A lot of them are like about 95% yes. But some of them may not be easy because I don't have a link for all of those. I don't have a web link for all of the sources. So it may be easier to find 95% of the sources, but 5% of the sources may take more time.
Nice. अब यो बुक लेख्दै गर्दा तपाईले रिसर्च पनि उत्तिकै गर्नु पर्यो मान्छेहरुसँग सिनियर मान्छेहरुसँग पनि बोल्नु पर्यो हामी अफलाइन गफ गर्दै गर्दा तपाईले भन्दै हुनुहुन्थ्यो पोस्ट रिसेटलमेन्ट चाहिँ धेरै समस्याहरु रहेछन् हैन कस्तो समस्याहरुमा चाहिँ इन्काउन्टर गर्नुभयो तपाईले
A lot of the problem I didn't encounter myself, but I was hearing so many complaints, so many anguish. A lot of people were in depression, in suicidal thought. So that also triggered me. That also caught my attention. That distracted me from what I'm doing. And I was not involved in any organization. I was not running any organization. And I don't have to, like a lot of people don't need to. We have some other people. So while I was not doing that, I want to help our community to have some relief, invite other people to take on their leadership. And yes, some of the trigger event that pushed me to talk about post-resettlement where people were dying out of suicide, and most of the people were getting tired and exhausted for having to commit to warehouse job, living paycheck to paycheck, and they were already tired and exhausted because that was the kind of life that they had not been exposed to before. Suddenly, it was a big transition for them to adopt that kind of lifestyle. So they were already sad, tired, and exhausted. And other than that, a lot of people talk about lack of socialization. There is not much time to socialize, not much time to gather, not much time to carry on what we loved so far, what we wanted to carry on. We were not able to do that. So people were also talking about that. So those were the kind of post-resettlement challenges that trigger me and that push me to bring those issues into writing. Yeah, I could tell that. But we have many more to cover. I tried. It was not easy, but hopefully someone else, our other young reader, budding reader, some experienced writer will do better. At least they can benefit from what I have covered about.
मैले यो सोम सरको मोनोलग हो भने अप्ठ्यारो पर्छ कि पर्दैन यो किताबलाई
It is kind of monologue.
kind of monologue.
But it's also more like academic
and research based.
Also it's historical.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you can say monologue, but it's pretty not just monologue.
Not just monologue.
But it's a combination of historical fact and our collective story and research article.
Research article.
Yeah.
अब यो किताबको तपाईले यहाँ के जिक्र पनि गर्नुभएको छ भने तपाईको आफ्नै कथाहरू पनि लेख्नु भएको रहेछ हिस्ट्री भन्दै जाने कुरामा तपाईले आफ्नो पनि कुराहरू यहाँनेरि थप्दै जानु भएको रहेछ तपाईले यहाँ एउटा एक्सिडेन्टको पनि जिक्र गर्नु भएको रहेछ ओके
so if you are talking about the time of accident at one time when I came back from college I have like some homework to work on. I was doing my homework and I learned that my uncle had visited my apartment. We were in an apartment at the time. So my uncle had came with someone in the morning and in the evening he wanted my help to give him a ride back to his residence. And after I finished doing my homework, not finished, but after I took some break from homework, I had been to drop him, and on the way back home, I didn't know I was involved in an accident. It was a very sudden and unexpected thing that happened. I didn't know how it happened because I was already lost in unconsciousness. I only learned that I was in the bed about 3 days later. But I still have a vague memory. The vague memory of someone standing by my side, someone trying to talk to me. That's all I could remember after 3 days.
After 3 days?
Yeah. And by the third day, I learned that so many people had been shocked to hear that I was almost in a coma. But out of miracle, I came back to life. And when I gained further consciousness in about 15 or 16 days, by 15 or 16 days, I had already gained some consciousness, but I was able to see people.
Not all of it.
Yeah. I was able to see people coming and going and talking. I was able to interact with them slowly after about 15 or 16 days. Then I understood what had happened. Then people, it looked kind of miracle that I survived. So that's something I think we are talking about accident. Yeah, I can tell that. Yeah.
तपाईले यो बुक लेख्दै गर्दा कस्तो च्यालेन्जेसहरु भेटाउनु भयो as a new writer?
Thank you. And I think that's also a very important question that need to be discussed. When I was writing a book, first of all, I didn't know what is worthy writing. Because people want to read something that can provoke their mind, that can provoke their mind. Because it's very simple. Why they need to read? And by the title, sometimes when I talk about history, people say, "Oh, we already know that history. We don't have to." So I had to be careful at what can keep them engaged in the book, what can draw their attention throughout the story. So I had that challenges. I didn't know what better way to put our story. Yes. I believe we do have a lot of people who have better skills and idea about how to make the story more flowing, how to make the story intriguing and powerful. I didn't have this knowledge, so those were some of the challenges. Because even though I spent that many years, I spent that a lot of money, I still had a challenge what to cover, how to make the book more
engaging.
Yeah, engaging and integrative. How to make the book more integrated and wholesome for everybody, whether journalist, reporter, scholar, or whoever is reading the book. I had challenges to make the book more wholesome. Yeah, those were the challenges.
जहाँसम्म मलाई लाग्छ केही रिडर साथीभाइहरूले यो किताब किन्नु पनि भएको छ, पढ्न पनि थाल्नु भएको छ, पढिसक्नु पनि भएको छ धेरैजनाले, होइन? अब यो किताब लेख्नु सजिलो पनि छैन, होइन? त्यत्तिकै मनको कुरो बङ्गै पोख्न सजिलो छ, तर मनको कुरो बङ्गै पोख्न सजिलो छ, तर रिसर्च गरेर एउटा हिस्ट्री लेख्दाखेरि चाहिँ अलिकति रिसर्च बेस्ड हुनु पर्यो, धेरैसँग गफ गर्नु पर्यो, अनि अब तर्क तथ्य हाम्रो डेटहरू सब राइट हुनु पर्यो, होइन त यसमा? अनि अब सजिलो थिएन। तपाईँले भन्नुभयो 10 वर्ष जति लाग्यो यो किताब लेख्न भन्नुभयो, होइन? 12 वर्ष जति लाग्यो किताब लेख्न भन्नुभयो। अब यति दुःख गरेर यो किताब लेख्नु भएको छ र अब रिडरहरूले यो किताब पढिसक्नु भएको साथीभाइहरूले पनि मलाई के भन्नुभएको छ भने यो किताबको त 1-2वटा च्याप्टर कुनै सिलेबसमा लाउन पनि सकिन्छ, लाइब्रेरीहरूमा पनि राख्न सकियो, कहीँ हिस्ट्री प्रिजर्भ गर्ने ठाउँहरूमा पनि यो किताब दिन सकिन्छ, यो किताबमा धेरैवटा च्याप्टर एकदम भ्यालुएबल छ भनेर पनि त्यसो पनि सल्लाह दिनुभयो। अब यति राम्रो किताब छ, यति लामो रिसर्च भएको किताब छ, तपाईँलाई पनि लागेको होला हाम्रो समाजमा यो किताब एकचोटि सबैले पढ्दैदेखि हुन्थ्यो भन्ने त भएको होला। अब हामीले यही सहयोग गर्ने क्रममा हामी के भन्न चाहन्छौँ भने यदि तपाईँ यो पडकास्ट सुन्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने चेजिङ एन अननोन डेस्टिनी यो किताब सोम भण्डारी सरसँग छ। यदि तपाईँले यो किताब किन्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने कहाँबाट किन्ने हाम्रो दर्शकहरूले यो किताब?
Readers can find this book in Amazon.
Amazonमा?
Yes.
Amazonमा अभाइलेबल छ। यसको प्राइस कति छ?
The listed price of this book is only $12.
Only $12?
Yes.
$12 मात्रै है?
Yes, $12. I try to minimize to $10, but there is printing cost involved. Because the printing cost, I can bring it down to $10. In the volume of the book were thinner. Yes, I could mark the price at 10, but because of the volume of the book and because of the printing cost involved, I could make the minimum $12.
$12.
Yeah.
Nice. Amazonमा किन्न पायो। यो के चेजिङ एन अननोन डेस्टिनी भनेर लेख्दाखेरि पाइन्छ कि तपाईको सोम भण्डारी लेख्दाखेरि आउँछ?
Now a lot of buyers or readers if they look for the book, the title is enough. You don't have to put my name. If you search the book with the name Chirang and Unknown Destiny in Amazon search box, yes, it will lead to the book. Yes, nice. You don't have to put my name. Yes.
कति यो बिक्री भएछ अमेजनमा भन्न मिल्छ भने भन्न?
Yes, a lot of time when I want to see the number of books sold in December, I have to wait until the end of February.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have data. I don't have the number of books sale for November and December yet.
Oh, okay.
But from September to October, I found that about 100 books were sold.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I'm there, but yeah, it's not too bad and not too good, but it's kind of good. Yeah.
Still मान्छेहरूले किन्दै हुनुहुन्छ, पढ्दै हुनुहुन्छ। एटलिस्ट एकजना दुईजनाले मात्रै पनि यो किताब पढेर सक्नुभयो भने त तपाईँले लेखेको एउटा सार्थकता पायो नि त।
Yes, and I believe that the number of people who bought the book so far in Amazon were mostly the Bhutanese. Now, in the book reach to other audience.
You want to bring this book to the world, and यो सबै संसारको मान्छेले पढ्दैदेखि हुन्थ्यो भन्ने कुरो.
Yeah, given the amount of experience and effort and time and research I put in the book, yes, I think this book is something the whole world might like it, maybe. Yeah, because I want to add something. While I was writing a book, I had reached out to many editors, not only the Bhutanese, some Indian and even American. And during the process of editing, while I was working with them, some editors told me that the book can be easier and better written by two people. It is hard for somebody who speaks English as a second language. So it's always good. It's much easier, not always, but it's much easier to have two people writing a book. If they don't have experience, if they don't have resources. So
what did you say?
They gave me some books written by two authors, and it worked more effective, much easier. Two people involved.
दुईजनाको दिमाग छिर्यो नि त एउटा बुकमा
Yes.
त्यही भएर
Yeah.
तर अब तपाईलाई त यो हिस्ट्री लेख्दै गर्दाखेरि आफ्नो कथा लेख्नु छ दुईजना मान्छे राखेर त फाइदा भएन
Exactly. I had my own unique story. So how could I involve other person in writing a book? Yeah, you're right. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Amazon-मा बुक छ एभाइलेबल छ तपाईहरुले चेजिङ एन्ड अननोन डेस्टिनी सर्च गर्नुभयो भने पनि हुन्छ सोम भण्डारी सर्च गर्नुभयो भने पनि सायदै तपाईहरुले देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ यो बुकको कभर यस्तो छ एकदम सिम्पल छ तर भित्र गुदी दह्रो छ गुदी राम्रो छ हैन त
थ्यांक यू
गुदी राम्रो छ हामी पनि यही इन्करेज गर्छौं कि यस्तो बुकहरु अझै धेरै लेख्नुहोस् अझै धेरै अब तपाईको रिडरमा पुग्न सकोस् हैन कतिवटा कुरा बोलीले भन्न नसकेको कुरा हातले लेख्छ हातले लेखेर भए पनि आफूले भन्न मन लागेको कुराहरु चाहिँ रिडरकोमा पुर्याउन सकियो
Thank you. And there is also something more important.
Okay, go ahead.
We obviously know that a lot of Bhutanese have some educated mind. People who have lots of experience. They have witnessed the government atrocities with their own eyes. They do have knowledge, but we also know that they don't have time. Sometimes because on their habit, they may not feel comfortable or easy to ride. So we cannot wait for them. We have to find an opportunity to put our effort to ride. Because if they don't ride, where are we going to be? We have a history untold. We have a history unwritten. Yes, we do have a history written, but it has been at different time. A lot of history has not been written to cover all our face from Bhutan to refugee camp until the resettlement. Yes, some book cover our Bhutan history or maybe resettlement or maybe in a camp. So we need our other writers covering all three countries or all three phases of our journey.
Nice. Okay. अब हामी विशेष गरी अब तपाईको कुरा गरौँ हैन आफ्नो कुरा गरौँ बुकको कुरा गर्यो जति सक्दो अब यदि स्टिल तपाईलाई यो किताब कहाँ पाइन्छ भन्ने जस्तो लाग्छ भने मलाई पनि सम्पर्क गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ म पनि हेल्प गर्न सक्छु तपाईलाई कहाँ पाइन्छ कसरी किन्ने भन्ने कुराहरु यदि तपाईलाई थाहा छैन भने सोम भण्डारी सर यही हुनुहुन्छ उहाँले पनि हेल्प गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ उहाँलाई फेसबुकमा सर्च गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ उहाँको नाम सोम भण्डारी छ हैन फेसबुकमा पनि तपाईले उहाँलाई सर्च गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ र यो किताब पढिसक्नु भएको छ र पढ्नु भयो भने चाहिँ यो किताब फेरि लेख्ने राइटरलाई हौसला मिल्छ आफूलाई लागेको मनमा लागेको कुराहरु तपाईले उहाँलाई भन्न सक्नुहुन्छ अथवा लेखेर पठाउन सक्नुहुन्छ ओके अलिकति पर्सनल गफ गरौँ
ओके
अलिकति पर्सनल कुरा गरौँ अब जब आई फाउन्ड आउट अब तपाईले एसिस्टिभ हियरिङ टेक्नोलोजी युज गर्नुहुन्छ आफ्नो जीवन सजिलो बनाउनको लागि भन्ने थाहा पाए अनि मलाई के लाग्यो भने मेरो घरमा मेरो दिदीले पनि युज गर्नुहुन्छ हैन एसिस्टिभ हियरिङ टेक्नोलोजी युज गर्नुहुन्छ अनि तपाईले वन्स यु स्टार्ट युजिङ एसिस्टिभ हियरिङ टेक्नोलोजी तपाईलाई अलिकति तपाईको स्पिकिङमा हियरिङमा पनि धेरै राम्रो भएको अथवा पहिलेको भन्दा अलिक प्रष्ट भएको त्यस्तो फिल भएको छ
Yes, if you consult with audiologist, you will most often you'll hear that a lot of time if people have lost their hearing, they forget even their own talking. They forget to talk like they used to because they have been withdrawn. They have been withdrawing themselves back. They isolate themselves back. They feel like they can carry on the interaction. So they feel behind, and they lost their chances to talk more and more, which means they have a chance of losing their vocabulary, losing their ability to talk fluently, and putting on the assistive hearing technology devices, it could be implant or hearing aid. it can help you hear, and it'll help you talk without much of a problem. You can carry on conversation more comfortably. So yes, it helped, and it helped me in the same way, because back there I was good in the studies, but a lot of time I was also trying to withdraw myself back, because I was afraid that people who were judging, or people who were picking on minor mistakes, and they were also taking advantage of some weakness. So I pushed myself back. Sometimes you'll find people crying in isolation. You don't see them because they cry alone, or they cry without the presence of others.
That happened to you too?
Almost. But I didn't let that happen because I didn't want to feel weak.
Exactly.
Other people can feel that.
So you knew what to do.
Yeah. I was not very strong, but I was not too weak because I had to move on.
You always have that hesitation in your mind. के भन्ने हो के हुने हो भन्ने चाहिँ तपाईलाई जहिले लागिरहेको थियो.
Yeah, a lot of time. Yeah, I do. And the other problem is that I see that we are kind of laid back. People from laid back culture, which means we have more time to judge, pick. Not all bad.
That's our culture.
Yeah, not all bad. There are people also trying to invite you, include you, motivate you. So we are not always on the bad side. We are also on the good side.
Exactly.
Sometimes we had more time to talk. So people sometimes feel like other people are talking on their back, humiliating them. It can happen to them. That kind of feeling comes to their mind. So assistive hearing technology, you can help them understand and hear better, and they can feel more confident to talk. And it helps them a lot.
तपाईं इन्करेज गर्नुहुन्छ किनभने यो मैले सुन्दाखेरि चाहिँ के सुन्छु भने यो एसिस्टिभ हियरिङ डिभाइस चाहिँ त्यो कम्प्लिटली सबै सुन्न बन्द गर्नुभन्दा अलिअलि सुन्ने क्षमता हुँदै लगाइयो भने चाहिँ अझै धेरै हेल्प हुन्छ भनेको सुनेको छु.
That's correct. Yeah, I agree on that. I agree. Because when people have profound hearing loss, when they have a severe hearing loss, the hearing aid might not help them. Yeah, they can hear the sound, but that sound will not be clear enough to distinguish. So it's always better, it's very much helpful if they put on hearing aid when they have a mild hearing loss. Because mild hearing loss can also be annoying to the family members because they need to keep repeating, and the person with mild hearing loss has the need to ask or have repetition. So it can be annoying to both parties, not only the person with hearing loss, but also the family members without hearing loss. So a lot of time it helps them when they have a somewhat of a mild hearing loss. It helps them to make a transition. I have seen many people in our new communities. A lot of people put on hearing aid even when they don't have a mild or a severe hearing loss. And that includes professors, doctors, many. And I know that our people have a lot of hesitation. And like you said, a lot of people try to put on a hearing aid only when it looks like the last option. Only when they feel that their hearing is completely gone. But like I told you, it doesn't help them because, yes, they can put on hearing aid, but they cannot understand everything when they have a complete hearing loss. So if they are able to find out that they have mild hearing loss from a doctor, it may be a good idea for them to act on time before it is too late.
तपाईलाई कहिले पनि feel भयो why do I need to use this assistive technology भनेर त्यो feel भयो?
A lot because this technology can be distracting. It can be a lot of it can give you a lot of headaches. When you go to bed, you don't want any of the distraction. And yes, a lot of time I ask myself, I'll better not hear then put the hearing aid. Those kind of thoughts come to my mind because there's a lot of distraction. It makes you exhaustive. At the end of the day, it makes you exhaustive. Yes, during daytime, you can interact, you can hear with this assistive technology. But at the end of the day, you feel like throwing them at the corner.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like kind of burden, but I have to look at both sides, whether it's helping me or not. It is helping more than what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm still putting on.
It's really nice to have assistive hearing technology.
Yeah.
हैन त नहुनु भन्दा त बरु केही लगाएको त राम्रो छ नि त.
Yeah, because it keeps you engaged or
मलाई अर्को जान्न मन लागेको थियो. तपाईँ हामी पहिले गफ गर्दा पनि भएको थियो यो कन्भर्सेसन. नेपालमा सिकेको साइन ल्याङ्ग्वेज र हैन अमेरिका आएर त्यो साइन ल्याङ्ग्वेज काम नलागेको म बुझ्छु. हो, इज इट ट्रू?
Yes, I have observed that. I didn't study sign language, but if I had studied, it could help me. It can help you. It can help anybody.
Exactly.
There is also the opportunity for translation. So the sign language is not the language of the people who are hard of hearing or deaf. It's the language of everybody. Like the family members have to know sign language because, for example, we talk verbally, and if we have other person who cannot talk verbally, only if you know sign language, and you don't know sign language, how do you interact?
How do you communicate?
So beside the person with hard of hearing, and beside you and me, there has to be a third party or somebody who can communicate verbally, and who can communicate with sign language. So sign language obviously is important for everybody. And thank you for bringing the question. Regarding the sign language that people had learned in the camp, I feel like very much taught by them because somehow they learned sign language. After many efforts over a period of time, they learned sign language, and they were better communicators with their friend. Now I find those people without friend, and now how they learn sign language here, because people say that sign language back in Nepal and sign language here in America, they are different. So let's say that somebody in a camp was able to learn sign language because we had a same kind of community, we had a supportive community, we could explain them this means that. But the same person coming here in America, who can tell them that this means that? So at least if they could hear something, they could learn what that means. Now they are at a loss because what they learned didn't work here. So I feel sorry for them. And I also feel sorry for our own people because I feel like we have a lack of cultural and intellectual leadership. In Nepali, we call Sanskritic and Vaitaric Netritva. I feel like we have lack of that. But the good news is that I see that kind of initiative from Ohio. I see the leadership in Ohio that they are trying to engage with people from all walks of life. People who are often forgotten, people who are often overlooked. So that kind of leadership coming in Ohio. It may be running in other states, but hopefully we can notice that kind of leadership who can engage with all people.
Can you name who is that guy or who is that person?
It may not be appropriate because if I name that guy, then we may be overlooking other leadership who may be making the same effort.
That's very smart. एकदमै खुसी लाग्यो तपाईसँग कन्भर्सेसन गरेर.
Thank you.
रमाइलो पनि भयो. कतिवटा कुराहरू मैले सोध्नुपर्ने कुराहरू सोधिन होला, भन्नुपर्ने कुराहरू भन्न होला. So we will do this again. हैन? We'll do this again. अब तपाईले केही लेखेपछि अलिकति केही यो किताबहरु अझ धेरै बिक्री हुन थालेपछि धेरै डिमान्ड हुन थालेपछि हामी फेरि बनाउनुपर्छ एउटा केही भिडियोहरू बनाउनुपर्छ यो बुकको बारेमा एउटा किताबहरू केही अझ अरू केही भिडियोहरू बनाएर अब अहिलेको जमानामा के छ भने आफ्नो सामानहरू प्रमोसन पनि गर्नु पर्दो रहेछ होइन लेखेर मात्रै पनि नहुने किनभने अब तपाईँ एज अ न्यू राइटर तपाईँलाई धेरैजना मान्छेहरूलाई थाहा छैन कि सोम भण्डारीले लेख्नुहुन्छ कि लेख्नुहुन्न भन्ने नि थाहा छैन होइन अनि अब तपाईँको हामी म को भन्ने नि धेरैलाई थाहा छैन अनि त्यो भएकोले गर्दा के हुन्छ भने हामीले लेखिसके पछाडि हाम्रो प्रोडक्ट चाहिँ प्रमोसन गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ बजारमा ल्याउनको लागि मान्छेहरूलाई भन्नको लागि मान्छेहरूलाई भनिदिनु पर्ने रहेछ मेरो पनि सामान छ मनपर्छ भने किनेर पढ है भनेर त्यो हामीलाई त्यो जहिले एजिटेसन हुन्छ भन्न अब लेखेकै छ पढ नपढ भन्ने हुन्छ नि त हाम्रो त तर अब खासै क्रिएटरहरूले चाहिँ के गर्दछन् आफ्नो क्रिएट गरिसके पछाडि यसलाई कसरी सबै मान्छेकोमा पुर्याउने त्यो पनि एउटा उत्तिकै इम्पोर्टेन्ट रहेछ एभ्री इन्डिभिजुअलकोमा यो बुक पुग्यो भने उनीहरूले पढे पनि नपढे पनि चाहिएको दिन पल्टाएर त पढ्नुहुन्छ नि त होइन के रहेछ किताबमा भनेर त्यही भएर म के सजेस्ट गर्छु भने तपाईँले आफ्नो फेसबुक मार्फत आफ्नो साथीभाइहरूलाई जान्ने गरी अब यो बुकको बारेमा सर्ट कुराहरू अथवा कसैले लेखेर पठाएको रेस्पोन्सहरू यो बुक पढिसके पछाडिको क्रिटिकहरू तपाईँले आफ्नो फेसबुक मार्फत भनिदिन सक्नुहुन्छ
Thank you, and I would like to request your help and people in the contact to please provide some feedback if they have something in mind. And I have already received some feedback, and I have been grateful because those reviews and feedback did not come upon my request. They came without my knowledge. So I have been very moved by those encouraging feedback, and I hope people will find more if they like it. Yes, I want to request them to please add something to find out what I can do to make the book better, and also to find out where my weaknesses are. Yeah, that's very helpful, and I want to thank you because your podcast, Pigeon Studio, I think it's also a platform where I can see many people coming here and talking with you. So I believe you are doing some great work in our community. It's also a medium to unite people from many different walks of life.
Exactly.
And I feel fortunate to be a part of that community, and I hope many people will slowly find out what is good in the book. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, thank you. They will definitely find something else from this book.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.